Welcome everyone, join us today as we celebrate the life and legacy of Barry Ryan, who rose from teenage stardom to the haunting beauty of Eloise, with a powerful and dramatic voice that defined an era. So let's dive in. Barry Ryan, born Barry Saffirson on the 24th of October 1948, in Leeds, West Riding of Yorkshire, in England. He was zodiac sign Scorpio. Barry was born as one of identical twins alongside his brother Paul, to parents Marion Ryan and Lloyd Saffirson. Their mother, a renowned pop singer of the 1950s, gained fame performing with bandleader Ray Ellington and was often called the Marilyn Monroe of popular song. She had a hit with Love Me Forever in 1958 and became a familiar face on the TV quiz show Spot the Tune. After their parents separated when they were just 2, and with Marion frequently away performing, the twins spent much of their childhood in the care of their devoted grandmother. By the time they were 11, Marion's success allowed her to buy her mother a large house and send her sons to boarding school. Though Barry passed the 11+ exam for grammar school, Paul did not, so both boarded at the fee-paying Fullneck School in Pudsey, near Leeds. At 16, their mother sent them to a kibbutz in Israel, but they lasted only 2 weeks before being discovered singing in a Tel Aviv nightclub, confirming their passion for music. Through Marion's future husband, impresario and talent agent Harold Davison, with whom she later had a daughter Caroline, Paul and Barry secured a record deal with Decca in 1965 under the name Paul and Barry Ryan. The pair belted out catchy, dramatic love ballads, and within 2 years they had 8 top 50 singles in the UK, including Don't You Bring Me Your Heartaches in 1965, Have Pity on the Boy, Missy, and I Love How You Love Me in 1966. The latter featured bagpipes played by roadie Don Ferguson, who would march on stage to perform the song in full Scottish dress. A final hit, Keep It Out of Sight in 1967, was written for them by Cat Stevens, who became friends with the siblings. With diminishing returns from follow-up singles, Paul withdrew from performing, opting out of the stress of show business, following a breakdown. The partnership continued, however, with Paul writing for his brother behind the scenes. Their greatest achievement as a composer-singer duo was Eloise in 1968, a number 2 UK hit, also topping the chart in 17 countries. Melodramatic and heavily orchestrated, it sold over 1 million copies and was awarded a gold disc. Eloise is mysterious. Its collision of styles, Puccini meets gospel meets Broadway musical, was part of what was being manufactured as new in pop. The orchestral textures and structural intricacies were clearly influenced by Jimmy Webb's MacArthur Park. No one can agree whether it is a sugary Madeline of a song about a man's idealization of an unobtainable woman, or a melodrama, a dark obsession and savage yearning. But everyone does agree that the vocal style and the power of Barry's voice carries the song. Barry performed the recording in 2 takes, with a high degree of professionalism in the production. Jimmy Page and John Paul Jones, on their way to founding Led Zeppelin, were 2 of the session musicians. Barry's life had its share of Dionysian excess. Parties at his flat in Eaton Place were renowned. Jimi Hendrix spent his first night in London there. In 1969, Barry was injured in a studio fire in Munich. Although he was not physically scarred, it had a psychological impact, which may have increased his dependency on alcohol. Later in 1986, both brothers entered rehab, and Barry never drank again. Eloise appeared on the album Barry Ryan Sings Paul Ryan in 1969, with further solo singles including Love Is Love, The Hunt, Magical Spiel, and Kitsch. In search of a new direction, Ryan released I Think You Know My Name in 1971, recorded with Scottish band The Verge, after being paired up by Status Quo bassist Alan Lancaster and Max Clifford. The song revealed a heavier sound than Ryan was known for, and he and The Verge toured Europe and wrote together before moving in different directions. Ryan gradually found more success in Europe than the UK, and was particularly successful in Germany. Later albums by Ryan included Red Man in 1971, and Sanctus Sanctus Hallelujah in 1972, before he too withdrew from singing in 1976. That same year, Ryan married Tunku Princess Miriam, daughter of Sultan Ibrahim of Johor. The couple later divorced amicably in 1980. By the mid-70s, Barry had shifted his focus to photography, a lifelong passion. He became a sought-after fashion and portrait photographer, contributing to magazines like Italian Vogue and Ritz, founded by David Bailey. His close friendship with German photojournalist Christa Peters greatly influenced his style, blending self-expression with documentary photography. His talent was undeniable. When he submitted 6 portraits to the National Portrait Gallery, they purchased all of them. He later published a book featuring 80 portraits, with proceeds donated to cancer research. The project attracted an impressive roster of subjects, including Sting, Paul McCartney, Bjork, and Stephen Hawking, all of whom readily agreed to be photographed. In 1986, Gothic punk band, The Damned, reached number 3 on the UK singles chart with their cover of song Eloise, a version Barry admitted he preferred over his own. Tragically, on November 29, 1992, Barry's twin brother, Paul, passed away from lung cancer at just 44. In 1995, Barry married Christine Goodliffe, and together they had 2 children, Jack and Sophia. Barry returned to the stage in the early 2000s, performing Eloise on the Solid Silver 60s tour in 2003, backed by the Dakotas. The song, now his defining anthem, remains one of the most dramatic and larger-than-life hits ever to grace the charts. Sadly, on September 28, 2021, Barry passed away at 72 due to complications from a lung disorder. And there you have it. Though Barry Ryan is no longer with us, his music continues to captivate and inspire. His legacy lives on through the timeless beauty of Eloise and the many songs he shared with the world. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, to see more videos just like this and to keep the music alive. Take care and bye for now.